โอเค สวัสดีทุกคนนะครับ ยินดีต้อนรับสู่ไลฟ์วันนี้ครับผม เดี๋ยววันนี้เราจะตะลุยเนื้อเรื่องของแพทช์ 1.7 แพทช์ล่าสุดที่เพิ่งอัปเดตมาเมื่อวานกันนะครับ ส่งท้ายและพร้อมละลุยกันเลยดีกว่า เอ๊ะ ไลฟ์ค้างปะนี่สักครู่นะครับ โอเค ได้แล้วไปมีเพื่อนส่งข้อความมาเรื่องของสกิปไฟล์ส่งความคืบหน้า โอเค
Lord Phaethon, this time let me.
Vivian? Vivian?
อืม
I didn't disturb your sleep, did I? When I got here, the other Lord Phaethon said you were resting on the couch and just let me in.
คุณเฟย์ทอนอีกคนบอกว่าพักผ่อนอยู่ที่โซฟา
But then I dozed off myself. I was going to sit here looking super cute, hands cupping my face. You know, like the number one sleepy face I want to wake up to pose. I can't believe I ended up falling asleep myself.
What? Sleepy face? What pose? That was a lot of words in one breath. Are you sure you got enough sleep, Vivian?
No, Lord Phaethon. I was just worried that I had disturbed your rest. Just being able to see you sleeping peacefully is already the highlight of my day. No, my entire month. Though it is a bit late, but... Good morning, Lord Phaethon.
Good morning Vivian
You're super early today, Vivian. Is there something urgent?
Mockingbird's death has stirred up quite the storm. I took some time to gather intel. It seems someone deliberately leaked the story that Hugo is an illegitimate child of the Ravenlock family. But I haven't found a source yet.
Could it be Hugo's uncle, Hartman? Maybe he's trying to turn people against Hugo and Mockingbird by playing the illegitimate child card.
I suspected that too. He could be using Hugo's background to make people believe Mockingbird is just to the upper class. Mockingbird may be insignificant. But after some digging, I was surprised to find that the public isn't turning on Hugo. They're actually starting to see him in a better... Some people feel bad for him. Some relate to his struggles. And Hartman's the one getting all the heat. Public outcry against Hartman is growing, with many believing he murdered Hugo for his own selfish gain. Topps is hosting an industry summit this week, a responsibility usually handled by the Ravenlocks. But my sources, if I'm not mistaken, Tops is intentionally keeping its distance from the Ravenlock family due to the current public sentiment.
Is someone trying to take advantage of this to get rid of both Hartman and the Ravenlocks?
I think Hartman knows this too, which is why he's completely vanished. No matter how hard I search, I can't find a single trace of him. Hartman must have taken the sacrifice core. Now that he holds this bargaining chip,
มันก็สมเป็นช่วงไอ้นี่แหละเนาะพอเราจบฉากนี้ด้วย sacrifice มันก็ต้องเป็นปัญหาปูต่อไปแหละ
you have important faith in matters to discuss. Take your time. I'll just be waiting outside.
We can't make our guest wait outside.
Oh, don't mind me, Lord Phaethon. I wanted to browse the videotapes and I'll be right here. Just let me...
Belle, Lycon's outside the video store. He knows Vivian is with us, so he's hesitant about coming in. He's stressing over what he did to Hugo in front of Vivian, but he really needs to talk to us. Maybe you should go speak with him first.
I'll go talk to Lycon. Honestly, neither he nor Vivian is at fault. As proxy...
เหรอล็อกซี่ก็ต้องเป็นคนเชื่อมสัมพันธ์ให้ด้วยเหรอ
Good morning, Master Proxy.
Good
morning.
Wise mentioned you wanted to talk to us and Vivian about something?
Yes, it's an urgent request from the mayor, one that directly affects New Eridu's safety. However, before we get into the details, as a former member of Mockingbird, I'm concerned about Miss Vivian. Hugo made many mistakes and betrayed the principles of Mockingbird, but I'm certain he didn't intend to put Miss Vivian or you in danger. I don't know Miss Vivian very well, and I was the one who took her companion's life. I might not be the right person to comfort her, but I hope she doesn't regret the choices she made, or...
Vivian's doing just fine. She's actually been gathering intel and has a clear understanding of where things are headed. If you're really concerned, why not just talk to her directly? If you'd like to apologize...
That's reassuring to hear. I trust your judgment. You've always had a sharp eye for people. Would you mind coming in with me? I'd like to apologize to Miss Vivian in person.
ได้อยู่แล้ว
As a proxy, I'm just here to make sure you have an open conversation. I'm not...
I respect that. Thank you. Miss Vivian, I'm very sorry about Hugo.
You don't have to explain anything. I'm also part of Mockingbird. Mockingbird stands on more than just gain, so it won't fall when fortunes shift. Hugo had his fixations and ambitions. I also have things I must see through. I'm determined to get to the bottom of the Exaltists and the sacrifices.
Miss Vivian, as a former member of Mockingbird, you have my deepest respect. You have my word, whatever comes next. I would never harm you or Master Proxy. As for Hugo, please accept my condolences.
Condolences? That's not necessary.
ลูกไม้ตั้งเยอะแยะคงไม่จบลงเพราะเรื่องนี้หรอก หมายความว่าอะไร
Huh? That's it? You two just...
Master Proxy, I believe we all share the same goal. Uncover the truth of the Exaltists and the sacrifices. The mayor has tasked me with inviting you to take on this mission.
If the mayor wants to work with us, a Mockingbird will not serve as a pawn for the powerful. That will...
Of course. While the mayor cannot handle this personally, he will make sure we have all the intel and... Miss Vivian, I know you have your own intelligence network, but for some high-profile shady dealings, perhaps the mayor can provide you a different perspective. Please, take your time to discuss. If you're open to collaborating, I'll set up a call with them.
I need to discuss this with Wise and Vivian. With so many people involved in this, we need to be very careful.
Of course, I completely understand. When you've made up your minds, you can find...
โอเคคุยกันง่ายดีขอเพิ่มเสียงนิดนึงรู้สึกเสียงเบาไปหน่อยโอเคครับ
I'll connect the call to the mayor now.
My dear friends, I'm glad you're willing to keep working with me. I'm truly sorry about what happened to Mr. Hugo Vlad. I didn't anticipate things would turn out this way. As mayor, I can't fully condone Mockingbird's actions, but personally, I had a lot of respect for Mr. Hugo Vlad. I looked further into Bringer's map. The sacrifices were created by an exaltist named Landon, who was active in Janus Quarter. Mr. Landon passed away in an accident a few years ago. Before he died, he was researching sacrifices and was said to have created a batch of serum that could turn living people into sacrifices. The problem was, the serum wasn't stable, and after his death, no one knows what happened to the exaltist in Janus Quarter back then. But it's clear that after the leader died, there haven't been major exaltist activities in the area. Bringer's map marks the locations where the exaltists' most successful attempts at creating sacrifices were.
Since this person has already passed away, and the exaltists haven't been active around here for a while, then could it be that this is just Hartman acting on his own?
Unfortunately, that's not the case. My sources confirmed that Hartman had been secretly in contact with someone, and they only meet inside the Hollow.
Is it possible it's someone from TOPS?
TOPS is a huge alliance of corporations. They wouldn't bother getting their hands dirty. Instead, they just sit back and reap the rewards. Everything Hartman is doing is to secure his place in TOPS and strengthen his power within the Ravenlock family. If my guess is correct, Hartman has gotten in touch with the remaining members of the Exaltists that used to follow Landon, helping them create new sacrifices.
But what's in it for TOPS? There's no way the Exaltists would just hand over their secrets about sacrifices to Hartman, right?
A sacrifice outbreak would throw the city into chaos. And that's when the public will see the mayor as incompetent, while TOPS comes off as the real protectors of the city. And when that happens, public trust will shift towards TOPS. And
Still sharp as ever, Miss Vivian.
so, what exactly do we stand to gain from partnering with you? Please don't tell me you're doing this out of some noble concern for your citizens. I'm not some hero of justice, and I don't believe in lofty ideals or empty promises.
We have a common enemy. While our ideologies may differ, we can work together on this. And as proof of good faith, I may not know exactly where Hartman is.
เสริมเชื้อไฟ
And the flames over Mockingbird's death and
So it was you behind the rumors. No wonder I couldn't trace the source of the public outcry.
I'm not the one who started the rumors. I just helped them spread faster after they leaked. And I pulled a few strings to make sure the story painted Mr. Hugo Vlad as a heroic figure who was unfairly persecuted. As I said before, I had a lot of respect for him, and I'd be happy to clear his name.
ก็ดูเป็นดิวที่ดี
My terms for collaboration. After looking into it, I found sacrifices from those
โอ
locations.
เค
I'll make sure to dispose of them once you do, so no one will be able to use
เป็น
them.
ตัวไม่สมบูรณ์เนาะ
On top of that, I've asked a friend to help monitor your physical condition, and maybe even uncover more of your potential. Her research overlaps with your teacher's work. You don't need to worry about her capabilities. She's a Void Hunter rank special investigator.
เอ้ย
Really? A Void Hunter ranked special investigator is going to be assisting us? And she's involved in our teacher's research?
That's right. She's heading to Janus Quarter for some business. I wanted to set up a formal meeting. She prefers to assess things on her own, and will reach out when the time is right. She'll let you know the details then. So it looks like you both are on board with this commission and ready to help recover the sacrifices?
We don't want new Eridu falling into chaos either. We'll do what
I know you won't let me down. Given our positions, we might not be friends, but we're definitely not enemies. I'll leave the rest to you then. I've got to go. Goodbye.
อ่ะเก็บกู้ sacrifice
Good day, Lord Phaeton.
Let's stir up some trouble.
พอยคือโหลดนานมาก มาแล้ว
Lord Phaeton, thank you for trusting Mockingbird and me. Don't touch me.
Okay.
โอ้ยติดอะไรเอ่ย
Has someone already taken the dormant sacrifice from here? Or did the Exaltus decide to relocate it? No. If these dormant sacrifices aren't handled carefully, they could awaken and turn against anyone nearby. Did she realize the mayor was looking into this?
Did Hartman just make up this intel to get a shot working with us at Tops? I've been walking around forever and haven't found a thing.
The Ravenlocks have always been a shady bunch. No surprise they've gone downhill over the years.
I heard they were pretty loaded back in the day. What kind of business did they run?
No clue. On the surface, their businesses seemed legit, but who knows what was happening behind the curtain.
Probably something with the sacrifices. I mean, how else would he know about the dormant ones left around here for years? And he was so sure that even if those original sacrifices didn't work out...
Backup plan? What could that be?
Well, that's beyond me. I just happened to overhear something while I was next. What's Tops planning to do with all these sacrifices, huh? For research? Do you think we'll ever have enough?
Don't ask questions you shouldn't be asking.
All right. There's nothing here anyway, and we'll make it just in time to clock out for the fieldwork shift.
Let's get out of here first.
Hartman, that fool. He'll do anything to get into Tops. She's an Exaltist. Human lives have never mattered to her. The more people get dragged in, the greater the danger.
Vivian, I've been dying to know. Who is this she you keep...
ซาร่าเหรอ
I apologize. The she I'm referring to is with the Exaltists. That's why the moment I heard about the sacrifices, I felt compelled to uncover the truth. I never meant to hide anything from you. It's just that, for me, the Exaltists bring back painful memories. And I'm not ready to face them yet. So, Lord Phaethon, please give me a little more time. Once I've gathered my thoughts, I promise I'll tell you everything.
ไม่มีปัญหา
Sure, I won't pry anymore. I can see the Vivian I know now is super bright.
Lord Phaethon, if we weren't in such a hurry, I'd spend 3 whole hours singing your... I'll make note of this and make sure to get it done before bedtime. First things first, let's track down those dormant sacrifices. I wish we knew what Hartman's backup plan is. I just can't shake the feeling that something bad is about to happen. Oh my.
Sure.
ไม่มีเลย เหมือนกับดักเลยอ่ะ
He had his reasons. Mockingbird might be seen as the bad guys by a lot of people, but ironically, joining Mockingbird is what put me on the right path. For the first time, I'm needed for more than just my curse.
Escape.
Nothing here either. There's
ใครอ่ะมุมกล้องอย่างระทึก
I knew it was you, Vivian.
Camille. What are you doing here, sis? Are you destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Vivian, don't call me sis. I'm not your sister.
Are you trying to stop the Exaltists?
I never left the Exaltists.
You know what Landon did back then.
Lord Landon did it for the Creator. His methods may have been extreme, but they were necessary. Back then, you walked away. You should do the same now. We didn't meet today. Take your friends and leave.
What's wrong? Are you being forced into this?
Help me? Like how you helped her?
คนที่มีไอ้นี้ด้วย อ๋อ เธอคนนั้นคือคนนี้
You
ใช่
see
ไหม
me, don't you?
No,
You haven't changed a bit, Vivian. No need to hide your tears. You've made your choice, and I've made mine. One last piece of advice. Stay out of this. She loathes you. I won't tell her we met today. Don't show yourself around us again.
Camille! Lord Phaethon, watch out! I'll tell you what that was about later.
Okay.
Let's take care of the ethereal first.
You two took longer than I expected. Did something happen?
We searched the coordinates the mayor provided. Camille, the Exaltists have been actively destroying the dormant sacrifice.
The Exaltists? There's no reason for them to go after the sacrifice.
Vivian is telling the truth.
And one of them, I thought she would leave the Exaltists after Landon's death. But she's...
Do you have a history with the Exaltists, Vivian?
When I was a child, I stayed with the Exaltists for a while.
อ่า
Back then, Landon was one of the most respected figures among the Exaltists in this region. A lot happened. And after Landon died, I can't turn a blind eye to the sacrifices. I know all too well how many lives have been ever since I learned a sacrifice had appeared in Janus Quarter. I won't let history repeat itself. That's why I asked Hugo to investigate, starting with the Sacrifice Corps. Please stop. I'm not looking for comfort. I'm just we've got bigger things to focus on. But when I do need comforting, I hope you'll make time for me, Lord Vathan. Just so you...
No worries. I'll totally have your back until you're feeling better.
Okay. That conversation between those two TOPS employees back in the Hollow is still bothering me. They said Hartman had a backup plan. And that got me thinking about some news that was quietly swept under the rug. Lately, there have been mining accidents in Ravenlock-controlled areas. The families were paid off with huge settlements, way more than usual. No protests, no controversy, but considering the Ravenlock's financial position...
That sounds sketchy. Are you saying they made up the accidents and the workers' deaths?
Precisely. I don't think those workers died in mining accidents. I'm planning to reach out to some old friends, see if they've heard anything about... Do you have time, Lord Vathan? My contacts are...
I'm in. Let's go together.
นานผมโหลดนานมากนานทุกครั้งเลยสงสัยต้องลงใน SSD มั้งแต่ที่ไม่พอมาแล้วไป
An old friend of mine said she has some new intel. She's like a mentor to me. I learned a lot about
Lin.
scraping on internet thanks to her. Rain! Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rain? You two knew each other?
Yeah, Phaethon. Long time no see.
Rain! You actually know that Lord Vathan is Lord Vathan? No, I mean, you actually know Belle is Lord Vathan.
I didn't know right away. One time, I needed a favor from Nicole. I only found out after meeting them. I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living?
True.
Oh, by the way, your idol...
Rain, let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Vathan wouldn't be interested in that.
Why are you all tense? Right, Lord Vathan lives on 6th Street too, and might know your idol. Remember when you traced that post on Internaut to 6th Street and actually went to... And you came back all bummed, spouting like there was only a black cat at the location, and maybe...
I know that black cat. I'm always sneaking at snacks.
Lord Vathan, please, let's drop this topic.
Come on, Vivian. It's been years, and you still... If you'd just let me, I'd have tracked them down ages ago. I get it. You want to find the person who's important to you on your own. But you've tried so hard already. Huh?
Hey, Rain. Vivian said you might have some new intel. So let's get to the important stuff first.
All right, let's get down to bit. The Ravenlock families claim that those missing workers died in an accident. The last signal from those workers was near the Hollow. Then communication went dark. I think they were taken into the Hollow. And yesterday, I picked up that the Ravenlock family secretly hired some people to search the Hollow's perimeter. I caught a weird distress signal from someone and managed to track down the source. When I tried to reach out, the signal cut out completely. The last trace of the signal was near Lumina Square. Finding someone in real life isn't really my thing.
Okay, we'll check things out. You just said this is something you're sure of. Do you have anything you are unsure about?
I dug up some info online, and one thing stood out. A few days ago, there were some creepy sounds coming from an abandoned warehouse by the place was locked up, so no one could see what was happening inside. Not sure if it's related to your search. If you don't find anything useful around here, it might be worth checking out. Well, that's all I have for you.
Thank you, Rain.
Don't get all emotional on me now. This one's on the house. Consider it payback for the favor you did me last time. But if you still want to find your item, I've been curious.
Alright, don't worry about it. I'll manage it myself.
Nosy? Nah, just professionally curious. But honestly, whoever they are in real life, they've become a part of you. You've come a long way in this search, Vivian. I much prefer the person you are now. So if you find this person, don't chicken out. Go meet them. People will appreciate you for who you are.
Rain.
I might not care about the real world or what it'll be like. I'm counting on you to save the world, guys. All right, I have other business to take care of, so I'll leave the rest to you.
Lord Phaethon, please pay no mind to what Rain said.
อ๋อวิ่งไปแล้ว
That big guy's up ahead. Let's hurry.
เห็นคนแปลกๆบ้างหรือเปล่า
One Denny Boo is just too cute, right? I didn't know you helped it too.
ทะเลทราย
I knew Lord Phaethon was the best in the whole world.
'Don't take me back, please.
อ้าวน้องมันเป็นคุณลุง
What's wrong? I know I messed up. I don't want your Please, no.
Calm down.
Who are you? I won't say anything. Just, I don't know anything. I swear, I know nothing.
We are not PubSec, the HIA, or the Ravenlock family. We won't force you into anything. There's no need.
What do you want?
We simply want to know where the Ravenlock family took you and what.
I can't say. I can't tell you. You never saw me. Please, just
Don't you wish to see your family?
It's my fault. I was greedy. I did the...
But your family must miss you dearly. I'm sure they won't blame you.
No, it's my fault.
ง่วงจัง
It's all on me. I don't want to drag them into this.
If the whole ship is sinking,
I'm just a nobody. And right now, there's nothing I can do to change anything.
if you care about your family and friends, even a butterfly flapping its wings, no one knows how this would turn out. But if you do nothing now, we're not here to turn you in, and we won't force you to confront them. You'll be safe with us, I'll help you return to your family.
Hartman offered a huge amount of money, looking for workers to go into the hollow to guard something. The money was way too good. We all kind of figured something wasn't right. I thought it was just smuggling or guarding some kind of illegal ether resources, so I signed up. After we sent in our applications, Hartman's men took us into the hollow. The first place we went, there was a strange box. When we got there, they handed us some pills, saying they'd improve our aptitude for ether, for us to last longer in the hollow. But after I took them, everything went fuzzy. Something was definitely off about those pills. When I woke up, I saw my coworkers dead in front of me. And there was blood all over my hands. They said something about me being a good experiment, moved me somewhere else, and locked me up. They wanted to inject me with something. I got scared and didn't know what was gonna happen. Then a blonde guy found me, gave me a carrot, and let me go. So I escaped. I didn't want to kill anyone. I don't know.
It wasn't your fault that your coworkers died. You were just a tool in their hands. Do you remember the place they first took you? Do you know what was in that box?
I only remember the first place was like a rooftop. I think it was on top of a tall building. What exactly was in that box? I can't remember. I'm not lying. Those pills they gave us, they make you hallucinate. I took just one and my mind felt like it wasn't my own. My memories turned into a blur. I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to run from my mistakes. I just really can't remember what happened.
I know you're not lying. We'll arrange for your protection. You can rest easy and recover, and your family won't be dragged into this. Once this is all over, you will be able to reunite with them.
I've been meaning to say this for a while, Vivian. You're just so totally different from the impression you...
Actually, I wasn't always like this. There was even a point where I wondered. Perhaps leaving it all behind could put an end to the pain.
Whoa. It's hard to imagine you like that. I mean, you had this super intimidating vibe when we...
Well, I was on a mission at the auction and just as Rain said, I've come a long way.
Speaking of Rain, it's still wild to me. I never thought you and I would have mutual friends, and you even know one Denny Boo. Can you believe we might have passed each other so many times without even realizing it?
Enough about me. Tell me more about you, Lord Vathan. Where have you
คลั่งไม่หยุด
been? What have you experienced?
Looking back, I feel like I've been through a lot lately. My brother and I even lost our Vathan account. Oh, everything started when the Cunning Hares took something from the Red Fang gang.
โหเราตั้งแต่นู่น
I remember it should be around here. That store's been sitting in my favorites for ages.
Lord Vathan!
What's up?
I've seen that black cat on 6th Street. That harmonica in the outer ring you mentioned. I've heard it before, too. I've even been to the monument outside Hollow Zero. But none of that was a coincidence. It was me. Following you, and now I've finally made it to your side. Ever since I was little, I had been seen as I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count. I loathed my tears as much as I despised wherever I stayed. Tragedy followed. I had roamed too many places, and each time It ended the same way. I didn't know where I could go anymore. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me, whether they knew me or not. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish, and others speculated maliciously. It really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering to life. So many lights. And not knowing where to go, I thought I made up my mind. And right then, I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know who left me my final message from this world. It was you, Lord Vathan.
Wait, really? Me?
Yes. And I checked with the other Lord Vathan. You were the one using the account at that time. But I know you probably don't remember it. But for me, it was the night I finally I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen.
What did I even say in that comment?
Well, you'll have to figure it out for yourself. I'm not telling you.
Huh? No!
So, Lord Vathan, thank you, not only for that comment you made that day, which was for giving me the courage to become who I am today. The Vivian standing right in front of you now. Lord Vathan, I truly like who I've become. Lycon just sent a message. There's an update. Let's head back to the video store and go over the details together.
โอเคเป็นผมรู้สึกว่าผมจะไม่ไหวเลยคือจะวูบเอาง่วง
Belle, you're back. Lycon told me he wanted to meet up with us online to discuss things when he returned. I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now. Based on his account, we've identified where Hartman is hiding the core. He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect that this group consists...
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before they do.
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible.
We've got this.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time. The target coordinates have been shared with her, and she'll meet you there. Please, ensure...
Good day, Lord Vathan. I would never turn down Lord...
You have my complete support.
Good day, Lord Vathan.
คือโหลดนานจนเหมือนจะหลับ
Where's the sacrifice core?
Camille,
You really think I'd stroll around with something this important? Plus, even though the Ravenlocks and the Exaltus have been working together for ages, I'm the one offering the sacrifice core here. I'm curious what Lady Dina's got lined up for me and...
I'm just here to verify that the core you mentioned is real. Once that's sorted, Lady Dina will give you a proper... Our partnership isn't just talk. We need to be sure you have what we need before moving forward.
Sure thing. I'll take you to where I keep it. Once you verify it's legit.
All right.
It seems Hartman is trying to bargain for more. What a great... It's just that... Why would they only send Camille for something as important as the sacrifice core? And I can't shake the feeling that Camille doesn't want Hartman and Dina to meet.
เป็นคำถามที่ดี
Dina he just mentioned.
Is she... kind of. Lord Phaethon, I really think we should hurry. We must get to where Hartman keeps the core before anyone else does.
โอเค
I've got a shortcut plan.
Don't worry, Lord Phaethon. You're in capable hands. I'll ensure... Don't touch me. Ethereal! Stay away from Lord Phaethon!
Okay.
Looks like Hartman's trying to negotiate for more leverage. Let's get out of here before they're spotted. Let's keep moving, Lord Phaethon. Leave the enemies to me, Lord Phaethon. I'll put you down.
Sure. Sorry, I'll make it painless.
They're still over there. Looks like they're arguing. This is our chance. Let's hurry. No matter who has the sacrifice core, Hartman or the Exaltists, it would be really dangerous. Hand over what's in the box. We do this the hard way.
You sure talk big, little girl. Let's
hurry and secure the sacrifice core.
ตรงเปล่า
Lord Phaethon,
Cool.
the box is
Yeah.
empty, so Hartman never kept the core here.
How did you even find your way here? Where's the core in the box?
You call this keeping the sacrifice core safe?
sacrifice
Vivian, it's been ages.
Dina!
Oh my, you actually remember me. Look at you, thriving. So, tell me, do you ever dream about the people you've killed? Are they back that you had no idea? While you were soaking up all that love from Daddy and everyone.
I wasn't...
Lady Dina.
Camille, when did I say you could meet up with Hartman today?
I just wanted to make sure the sacrifice core is legit.
Really? So loyal. I thought just a few words from Vivian and you'd be plotting my demise. Just like...
I won't, Lady Dina.
Don't even think about betraying me, Camille. However, I do It's fake.
No way! I got this straight from Hugo! How can fake without any proof.
Ugh, seriously.
ฮะ
The sacrifice core can max out the ether particles within human bodies in no time at all. But look at your little subordinate. How uncouth. He's making noises like some animal. The masterpiece father made for the creator? Isn't this worthless piece of...
So, the real core.
Vivian! Where do you think the sacrifice core is really at?
I don't know. If I knew where the real core was, I'd destroy it without a... Dina, you understand what the sacrifices are. And you know those who were blessed should not have to endure such horrors.
Oh, they shouldn't have... Weren't you the one who decided... If it weren't for your tears, how would they have encountered such misfortune? How self-righteous, Vivian. Their fates were in your hands. It was you who...
Landon just needed an excuse. Whether I shed tears or not. He'd treat living beings as mere... Dina, you know all of this. Landon even went so far as to
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Father did it for his great cause, Vivian! Why do you always mess up? You did it before! You just had to ruin my plan! I was... If you don't give me the sacrifice...
I told you I don't have the sacrifice core. Lord Phaethon, find the right moment to retreat.
Oh, really? You don't then, I suppose, they're...
โอเค
More ethereals are coming.
Okay.
No chance to get out of this.
No escape.
Notice me. Lord.
วงนี้บุ่ม
Now, you're the prey. Want some more?
Stay away from Lord Phaethon.
เยอะดีนะ
There are so many.
มาอีเฉวนโอ้โห
It's ink.
นก
Shun Palace, good fortune, closed gate, safety.
What?
An evil miasma gathers here. Another place of conflict.
อื้อหือ
If you wish to avoid disaster, then head southeast. Now.
Thank you.
โอ้ยเซ่ระดับไวฮันเตอร์เนาะโอเค ไม่ได้ขายวิวินกับฮิวโก้หรอกแบบเนี้ยขายอีชวนล่วงหน้า
Finally, peace and quiet. You must be Belle, right? Mayflower mentioned a special partner might need my help.
Can I ask, who are you?
I'm the 13th generation master of Yunque Summit. You can call me Yishuan.
อีชวน
Mayflower passed along your info, and I was curious what kind of person you are, so I came to see. At first, I thought it might be a hassle, but your energy feels really calming. Quite nice, actually.
Oh, so you're the investigator the mayor talked about.
Yes, he also asked me to be your temporary teacher and offer you a bit of guidance.
Guidance? What exactly does that mean?
Unfortunately, I have some investigation work to catch up on, and it seems you've got quite a lot on your hands, so I'll find a good time to visit you soon.
I'm so sorry, Lord Vathan. I'm just not feeling very well. I think I'll head back for now. I'll investigate the sacrifice core and reach out once I find something.
โอเค
You definitely need some rest. Let's get out of the hollow.
Lord Vathan, are you going to rest now?
I'm not in a hurry to get back. You've been kind of off since we got out, and it's got me worried. If something's bugging you, just spill it if you want to. I'm a pretty good listener, you know.
I didn't mean to keep my past from you, Lord Vathan. When I was little, people thought I brought misfortune, so no matter where I went, no one. Then, one day, Landon adopted me and brought me to the Exaltists. There, I met Dina, who was so kind to me, treating me like a dear sister. She told me her father, Landon, was a great man who'd one day make everyone stop fearing the Hollows, so all life could live freely inside and outside of them. Dina helped Landon pick people for the blessing, and everyone in the Exaltists respected her greatly. Those who received the blessing would have a better ether aptitude, allowing them to enter the Hollow freely without fear of sudden disaster. Back then, Dina would chat with me every day, always about the Exaltists and her father. But things between us shifted when Landon asked me to step in for Dina. Landon told me I didn't only bring misfortune, and that if I listened to him, I could actually help people. After that, he'd take me to meet people, and if I shed tears, he'd give them a blessing medicine. Those who got the blessing could dodge calamities. At first, I was ecstatic, thinking I could help others. I shared my joy with Dina, but that was when she started to pull away from me.
The blessing medicine. Please tell me that wasn't the sacrifice serum Bringer had.
Yes. To be precise, it was an early version of the sacrifice serum. Landon's medicine wasn't stable. The medicine Landon developed could boost abilities quickly, but also sped up the development of ether corruption. In the end, most people turned into ethereals, and a few became sacrifices, losing all human consciousness. The ethereals were killed while the sacrifices were given to the higher-ups of the Exaltists. The Exaltists wanted the sacrifices to hold human consciousness, so Landon's medicine was seen as a failure, and he gradually lost influence within the Exaltists.
ขออภัยครับ
One day, I saw Dina, and tears streamed down my face. In a bid to save his reputation, Landon decided to let his own daughter receive the blessing. I had always thought that getting the blessing was a good thing, until I saw terror in Dina's eyes that day. That evening, I broke Landon's rules for the first time, and followed him out of the Exaltist's residence. I trailed him to the Hollow, where I witnessed someone who had been blessed becoming corrupted. In the end, that person became an ethereal. Then, without hesitation, Landon killed him. Before Landon returned, I went back to the residence and snuck into his study. And there, I uncovered the truths I just told you. And just a few days later, it was time for Dina to be blessed. I wanted to save her and stop anyone else from getting deceived. So, that day, I told everyone present that Landon should be the one to receive the blessing, not Dina. At first, Landon argued, and no one believed me. But, in front of them all, I looked at him and let my tears fall.
ฉลาดเนาะ
Lord Landon, please accept the blessing.
Vivian, you...
Why won't you accept the blessing? Were you lying to us?
Ungrateful fool!
anymore.
Run! Run!
Dina! Dina, wake up! We have to go.
Vivian? What's happening?
Listen to me. Lord Landon's so-called blessing isn't...
ถ้ามิวนี่
No, I was just...
Tina, I just didn't want you to accept the blessing. Everyone who does ends up...
He's my father. He's all I have.
Stop being self-righteous, Vivian.
You only ever bring misfortune.
I thought once Landon was gone, Tina would leave the Exaltists. I never expected her to continue his research, or that Camille would stay. Camille lost her entire family in a hollow disaster, so she's always supported the Exaltists. She's not a bad person. She's just someone searching for hope. She joined the Exaltists very early on, and even watched Dina grow up. That day, she was just so desperate to save Dina that she... All these years, she's been following Dina, taking care of everything out of guilt, I think. But I didn't just fail to save Dina. I trapped her. I see misfortune approaching, but I can never change its course or avoid the bad ending. Maybe I really am a bringer of misfortune.
No way. You're not the one bringing bad luck. Whatever went down with the Exaltists, Landon used you. As for Dina and Camille, they know the truth, and they just made their choices. The Hollows and the disasters they caused took more than just their loved ones. But not all survivors cling to obsession and hatred like they do.
Lord Phaethon.
You need to believe in yourself. You're currently resolving the sacrifice crisis with your own effort. I remember you saying you really like yourself now. So what's changed?
Yes, that'll always be true. Thank you for listening to my story today.
ให้กำลังใจน้อง
Years have gone by, but I've never had the courage to face all this. Maybe Dina and I were meant to meet today, so I could finally spill it all out. It lightens my heart a little. Lord Phaethon, you truly are a wonderful listener.
Whenever you're feeling down, don't hesitate to come to me.
I will. It's been such a long day. I'll track down the location of the sacrifice core, and good night, Lord Phaethon.
ไปเลย ลุย
Shawl, I didn't expect you to be working here.
I was just covering someone's shift. The screening here is super strict, and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection. So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage.
Huh?
Then he logged that footage into the tape he brought. Later, I found that part of the footage had been...
Blonde, wearing a hat.
Do you know him?
I think it's him. If it were Hugo. Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make mistakes all the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired. All right, go ahead and do what you need to do.
โอเคอันนี้จะเป็นนกสายลับนะครับไม่ใช่นกสายลับนี่หรือเปล่านกสายลับหน้าตาเหมือนนกสายลับเปิดดูที่บ้าน
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal. Silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control. She's trying to combine the two to make sacrifices that would obey human commands. If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put an end to this. Dina's concoction can't create sacrifices on its own.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her. Although I find Landon's
I can only guarantee that as for how things...
The creator will guide me.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Now Camille's actions make sense. But why did Hugo never tell us?
Nancy.
Belle, Lycon said there's something urgent he needs to discuss with us right now.
All right, let's patch him in.
Master Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you. We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are... The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old... This information has lured a young man named...
Burton.
So, you want me to pose as this tycoon and use Burton to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct.
All
right, then let's go together.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton. If you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or come. I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
ไปเนี่ยเหรอเบอร์ตันโอเค
Miss Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
I am well aware if I were to come empty-handed, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it out the front door tonight. Since I agreed to come with you, and even brought along my most precious companion.
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door...
We both know what's what, so let's cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock... I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite...
Oh? Do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
How did you know that? No, who are you?
Don't be... If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began. My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests? Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is hidden.
You know where the sacrifice is?
So, can we go get something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you. We can discuss what you wish to know while we enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest. As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy. I'll come find you later.
These kinds of people are... I really don't know how Hugo used to put up with it.
What did you mean by dessert just now? I couldn't really follow.
Hugo taught me that bringing up dessert in such situations is a way of telling the other party they need to offer more. Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family members. Otherwise, Burton wouldn't have been so willing to... Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
Okay.
All right, I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the...
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Phaethon.
Wherever you go, I follow.
Isn't this...
The security around the manor is really strict, but inside might be more lax. But just in case,
Right. Having some backup would be safer.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues. I still have concerns about the sacrifice core.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid the real one.
Then let's split up.
Esteemed guests, So much so that these two distinguished guests felt the need to come to my humble office to scavenge for food. Don't want to come out? Well, after all, you don't have long left. Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap. But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go. Vivian, Phaethon, give Hugo. Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family. The bullet. How?
Dear uncle, why must we be so? You can just tell me what you want to say directly.
Hugo.
Impossible! You're...
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon? When I have yet to trample you into the dirt.
You filthy bastard! You only know how to resort to these petty tricks!
Petty tricks? Perhaps you'd like to know what I managed to accomplish using this faked death mine.
Dear uncle.
Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end. It was just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point. Guess I'll also bring Lycon along.
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
Lycon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else... Why do you look so... You should be happy. We pulled that off together.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of... Oh, right. I should also... Do you remember when we last used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my strength properly?
You'd understand it. Of course. If things really did go awry, I had alternative plans. You wouldn't be so arrogant as to think I'd bet everything on you, would you?
You're insane.
Aw, I'm flattered.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Surely after going to such great lengths to... Don't try to brush this off. I've already helped you enact your plan. Tell me the truth.
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird, I am doomed to die.
Seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration with the remnants of the Exaltists. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was also sent by yours truly. He's probably figured that out by now, right? I'm sure he told you.
The mayor learned about the sacrifice of his own was precisely what he needed.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around, dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone, you left the sacrifice core to Hartman. That was intentional too, then?
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. A perfect situation for keeping the Ravenlock family in check while dealing a...
What exactly are you doing?
Don't look at me like that. If I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy exalt. After use, it allows control of the victim's mind.
You were dosed with it.
To be more precise, Lycon, I... After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to help analyze its composition. The good news is he gave me a very low dosage. Perhaps because he... Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet? Lycon's late. I'm surprised. Or is something wrong with time itself? Looks like someone's over there. My...
It's all your... I wish I had never given birth to you! Everything will get better if you just die, right? If you die, he'll come back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family bloodline. Then, so Hugo, for the sake of Mommy's happiness, just die, okay?
So, I wasn't awake yet after all.
That's because you don't want.
I see. This is still an illusion. I wonder who's going to show up this time.
Brother! Hugo, let's play hide and seek! I'm already hiding! You'll find me, right? Like you always do!
Serena.
5 ทุ่มง่วงมากขอเช็คสักครู่นะครับแบบอีกไกลไหมไกลอยู่นะครึ่งหนึ่งไปต่อก่อนวันนี้เหนื่อยจัง
You're looking in the wrong place. I found an even better
ง่วง
Harder to find than any place you showed me. Hey, Hugo. Do you ever wonder why I had to die?
It was because of me.
That's right. It was because of you. It's all your fault. If only you didn't exist, I wouldn't have had to suffer. Still looking in the wrong spot. I can't believe you still haven't found me after all this time. Have you forgotten about me?
I haven't forgotten.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. I'll still be nice to you, just like before. I was the only one who was ever nice to you, wasn't I?
ไปไหนต่อ
Then tell me, why do good people always suffer? Why is kindness always punished instead? Tell me, Hugo, why? Hugo, are you lost?
I told you. I am you.
Of course.
Yes. Your half-sister. And the only child in the Ravenlock family, unfortunately. I don't like the way you blame yourself. Because that means your mother sold you to the Ravenlocks. And your father.
My brothers and sisters wanted to get rid of me from the moment.
Here you go again. Deep down inside. You've always wanted. Don't you want to rip them to.
Those brothers and sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot take. Lycon. Never thought I'd be this genuinely thankful to see you. Seeing you means this never-ending.
อ้าว วันชั่วโมงครึ่ง
I don't want to hear something like that from you.
น่ากลัว สู้กัน
Think about all the injustice you
Letting you consume me would be the real betrayal to myself.
I have you now.
Oh, ได้โคตรมันเลยตัว
For what it's worth, thank you. Don't be afraid. You and I are inseparable. You're part of me, just as I am part of you.
Words won't change anything.
No. It's not just platitudes. I finally understand now. Some pain only fades when it's seen, when it's accepted. so I won't fight you anymore. I won't hate myself anymore. Weakness.
Hugo, it's time. Hugo, you...
Did I scare you? I made it through. I won. No praise for me, my dearest partner. This is just like what I saw in my dream. Ah, my former partner.
Are you sure you're fully recovered?
How about we fight? And I'll show you how recovered I am.
I refuse to fight someone who is in need of medical attention.
How thoughtful. I'm touched.
I'd rather you not starve to death. Not to your liking. I'm fairly certain this is the same kind as before.
No.
โอ้ยแฟนกัน
Just gone too long without food. Either way.
Now tell me, what exactly happened in the warehouse?
Just going a bit crazy from... But... I did have a very long dream. If I had to put it into words, it would be like giving myself... You seem like you could benefit from...
Seems you really have recovered.
Well, of course. I'm feeling pretty great right now. Like I could argue with you all day on every petty detail of who
I wanted to ask, what you said about Mockingbird before, when you faked your death, was that part of the...
Oh, you mean the part about how I didn't expect you to still be so hung up on this.
Just as I said before, I never... Perhaps Mockingbird deviated from its origins, but it has its value. You shouldn't reject the things you've done.
I have contemplated this before. Yes. Mockingbird has helped some people and has genuinely managed, yet those in high positions still possess immense resources, and the people we helped remain destitute and suffering. But just as you said, even if what we did was childishly idealistic and flawed, nothing holds more value to me. All right, let's catch up later.
I thought you would rest up first.
As much as I would prefer that. If all has gone to plan, the fish will have taken the bait already. And if everything... Well then. Thank you for your assistance, former partner. Let's part ways here.
I'll go with you.
Lycon, surely you don't think that because I just recovered.
Hartman's actions will disturb the safety of New Eridu. As I serve the mayor, I should intervene.
Very well. Let's go. And don't slow me down.
เหนื่อยมาก วันนี้เริ่มไลฟ์ดึกด้วยแหละ
I'm sure you've heard about the missing workers from companies under the Ravenlock. Those are Ravenlock's men. The workers with them are the victims who were tricked into going into the Hollow.
Come on, let's get them out of here.
เราเปิดพี่ฮิวโก้ต่อ
Bunch of nobodies. Annoying as hell. Kill them!
You're welcome to try. I'm here. Let the party begin. More workers here. And quite a lot of them.
Is Hartman behind this, too?
Of course. He threw them into the Hollow like offerings for the Exaltists.
There's more over there.
It's different this time. Don't rush it. I still need more direct evidence to ensure the plan.
The compensation you promised. It's all we have to do is follow you into the Hollow for some simple tasks, and you'll give us a huge sum of dennies.
Shut your trap. You keep yapping and asking questions. If this is all so suspicious, why are we...
Because I don't have a choice. My daughter was previously caught in the Hollow disaster.
It's the same for me. A serious illness at a scene.
Who would risk taking a job like this unless they were desperate? I'll do it. No matter how suspicious.
Wait, you people from the Ravenlock family, you're part of a big company in Tops. You wouldn't go back on your word, right?
หลอกจ้า
Don't worry, you'll get every denny you were promised. But before we start, you all need to take this medicine first.
Bro, should we really be doing this?
These workers keep talking. We're wasting time. The sooner they take it, the sooner it'll be over.
What? You didn't say anything.
Look, this is good stuff, all right? It'll increase your ether aptitude.
Exactly! You'll be working in the Hollow first. You have to take it before we continue. If you refuse, of course, you won't receive the compensation either.
Lycon, what are you doing?
Rescuing those workers, of course. There's clearly something off.
Now is not the right time. As I said, we need more evidence to ensure...
And as I said many years ago, you can't exploit innocence to achieve your...
So that's how...
If that's not what you want me to think...
All right. It's a little complicated, but simply put, these were, of course, it's your choice. But if you try to rush in,
I trust you.
all right. Now we can go and beat them into the...
Don't forget, you owe me an explanation. Also, don't overdo it and kill them.
All right, Your Holiness. Those were...
Who the hell are you?
Why don't you take it?
We're the ones here to stop you.
Can't remember the last time we worked this well as a team. Your legs? How are they feeling?
I'm fine.
To be honest, I think I prefer the way you used to fight. You had a lot more aggression.
I've merely learned to control myself. When I need to be aggressive, I will be.
God damn it! Who the hell are you?
Ravenlock. Savor the name while you... It means exactly what I said. I think sever your ties while you can.
The family's honor comes above all else.
Is that really what you think? You're not from the main family, right? That's why you were assigned to these trivial tasks.
I don't have a choice.
You always have a choice. All right. Don't worry, Lycon. I did...
How's that? My acting's pretty good, right?
As always. A certain someone. I'll leave the rest to you, then.
Okie dokie.
Okay, now can you tell me
As you can see, that worker, the pills were swapped out with vitamin tablets. Outside of this batch, some workers have already taken the actual substance Hartman has. But rest assured, the antidote for it is already in development. I found the best in the field.
I wanted to ask. The reason you decided to lock yourself in a room and endure the effects of, besides getting evidence, it was also to collect data on this drug in...
It seems you're not completely...
I thought you were just being stubborn. Then, I have one last...
The truth is... Before he passed away in that small attic,
when he told me you might go down the wrong path.
That's right.
You never said anything.
What would I even do? Scream and rage over your suspicions, or get on my knees and beg for you? You know there's no way I'd allow... Besides, back then, even I was confused about myself.
Jack,
It's all in the past. You don't need to explain anything to me. Enough. If we're going to reminisce over the... Lycon? It was a scheme Hartman devised to take over the family. It was Hartman. I did indeed attack my father, and I thought he was dead. But he wasn't.
ดีครับอย่าทะเลาะกันเลยเป็นแฟนกัน
You really think you could... Your little tricks mean nothing. As long as the Ravenlock family stands, I can still get back on my feet.
You still don't get it, do you? This was never about avenging my father. And I don't care about taking your place. I didn't come this far just to kill you. That'd be pathetic. Right on cue. Why don't you take a look at this, Uncle?
On behalf of TOPS, I'd like to clarify that we had no involvement in the Ravenlock family's actions. TOPS is officially terminating all partnerships with the Ravenlock family, effective immediately.
Are you crazy? What the hell do you get out of ruining the Ravenlocks?
Thief? Oh, Uncle. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm the name people whisper about. The one who robs the rich and gives to the poor. I'm the master con artist who can fool anyone, anytime. I'm the leader of Mockingbird. The one who turns every headline into my own stage. I have friends who'd catch me if I fall, partners who'd shed tears for me, and allies who always have my back. I am Hugo Vlad. You're the one who needs the Ravenlock name. I never did.
You ungrateful bastard! You should have never been born.
You flatter me. Same goes for you. You've done well, Vivian.
You had better give me an explanation.
And here I thought this would be a touching reunion.
Hugo, I'm a member of Mockingbird too, and I mourned your death.
Listen, Vivian. I don't want you. I've always been selfish. So I don't hesitate to use you all as variables in my... But it is because I am selfish that I also don't want my failures in any case. If you were... Lycon's taking care of everything outside. Also, Belle, thank you. And I'm sorry for the whole act where I, Hugo Vlad...
Master Proxy, although it is late, there is some important intel.
So, Lycon, you knew about Hugo's plan to fake his death?
I was simply playing along. After you are a student of the mayor's late friend, and I am obligated to protect you.
You still have that.
Mr. Hugo Vlad, if you have any important...
For the sake of a certain old fossil's sleep schedule, I'll keep it brief. I learned from Camille that Dina intends to embed the sacrifice core into the sacrifice. Sacrifices created this way will not retain their minds and will indiscriminately... So the Exaltists don't do this. It would bring them, but Dina's concoction can control people's minds. If a person takes the pill and is injected with the serum Landon left behind, although the dormant sacrifice has been destroyed, Dina found a batch of that serum her father created.
Never mind the sacrifice. Hartman's sacrifice core is a fake.
The real core has always...
Here? In Lord Phaethan's videos?
Vivian, do you remember when I suggested you give that collectible to our dear Proxy?
I remember. But that was just an ordinary pendant. And I've met the person who submitted it. She has
How about our dear Proxy I'll take your surprised expressions as a compliment for my little trick. I will hand over this core to the mayor as agreed, since he fulfilled his promise to protect Vivian and the manager while I was pretending to be dead.
No wonder the mayor would promote rhetoric favorable to Mockingbird. I can't...
Since we have the sacrifice core, all we have to do now is stop Dina from using innocent people to make...
Yes. And we need to destroy the last batch of Landon's serum.
Hopefully with no options left. Dina...
All right. That's the important stuff. I'm going to go and confirm where... I'll contact you again.
โอเคลงไปเคลียร์
Landon, I did some digging. Some of the missing workers were brought here too. Dina's getting ready to make her move.
Don't worry, we'll clear them out.
Trying to destroy the goods! Stop them!
We need to take care of the guards first. Some of the serum is stored in this warehouse.
You're not taking anything from here.
Hugo, get the guards first. In position.
Freeze all evil! Watch! You just stepped into your own graves!
Part of my soul.
I'll wipe the ending to your nightmare.
Understood.
The truth is a beloved friend. Let the party begin.
Move it! Out of my way!
What a coincidence. Only for Master Plan. I'll write the ending to your nightmare. Repent!
Understood.
More of Landon's serum survives than expected.
น่าสนุก
Fortunately, since they're still here, it means Dina hasn't executed the final step of her plan.
There's likely a lot more stashed around here, and we have yet to locate the missing people. Our actions here won't go unnoticed.
With Landon and Dina's
How about we split up? Hugo and Lycon will destroy what remains.
Very well. Let's go with. According to Camille, she's absolute. Let's part ways here for now.
Sure. I've been feeling better these past few. Although, I feel like our work's doubled. In the past,
Greater power means more responsibility. And in any case,
I will request additional compensation from the mayor.
compensation is just one aspect. It's one thing with Belle being in the hollow. Oh, but I trust in your ability.
This is the future I saw. Lord Pathan. I'm sorry. This time, I will make sure the future I saw does not. I don't want to bring you misfortune. That's all I wish for.
คือน้องเอาไปใช้เหรอ หรือยึดไว้สักอัน
Leave this to me, Lord Pathan. Idiot. Don't you know? Get my try straight in your face. Lord Phaethon, there might be more serum here. Don't touch me.
How dare you steal from Lady Dina!
I'll try to go easy on you. No promises. Don't touch me. There are containers by the fissure.
It must have been tough for you to find this, Vivian. If you had stayed out of it,
those people have been taken to.
They're just mere test subjects. So what? There will always be people consumed, but in any case, what?
Dina, you deceived those people.
Deceived? Father gave hope to those who had everything taken. Vivian, you once rejoiced at the. Before Father took you in, it was Father who gave you. Do you remember the first? That was the first time you felt hope. Don't forget that it was Father who, through what you call deception, gave you. And you, what have you done? You basked in Father's attention and everyone's adoration. Do you think that by leaving you? Of course not. Those who suffered under the Hollows will only continue. Do you really think you're some sort of savior, Vivian? In the end, you're just an ungrateful brat who brings misfortune to those.
Not everyone wants to live in false hope. You say it's because of greed that people willingly become your sacrifices. Perhaps those people aren't entirely, but that greed is just wanting to live a better life beyond the Hollows. What you and Landon have done was never about giving people. Stop lying to yourself. deep down, you know. No. Back then, when Landon wanted to inject, I saw it all clearly. If all of this is as righteous as you claim, then why did you make such an
Don't look at me with such. Father did nothing wrong. All of this is to make something of the Hollows other than disaster. That's everyone's only hope.
Tina, it's not too late to stop. Stop living in this lie. You know what would happen if a sacrifice loses control, and it's not the Hollows that are to blame, but the hope you keep talking about.
That is merely the necessary sacrifice to accomplish.
No one does.
You're I can always go and get more test subjects if they've escaped. And I will be able to replicate Father's serum with enough. With you gone, I'll be able to complete Father's gift to Camille. Release the.
Lady Dina.
Camille, are you going to do what you did before? You keep saying you'll follow the Creator, but it's all lies.
Lady Dina, the Hollows took my family from me. I understand that there's no way to get back what I've lost. It was Lord Landon who told me that the Creator... One day, Hollows will no longer be disasters. I look forward to the day I watched you grow up. And I know that you've always looked up to your father. And I destroyed that hope with my own. I know the pain of loss. So I want to atone for that. Dina, I don't want. Vivian is right. Not everyone wants to.
Camille, are you?
I'm not abandoning you.
The point of no return. I passed.
No, Dina. I'll be your way back.
Where are you going?
I made a deal with Hugo and the mayor. If someone needs to take the fall for this, let it be. I've been forcing Landon's only daughter, Dina, to research how I colluded with the Ravenlock family for my own gain. Everything Dina did was under duress. Since I've kept her captive for so long, she doesn't have the skills to survive as an independent.
No! I refuse, Camille!
Dina, I'm going to dispose of those failed
I won't allow it! You'll die! I won't allow it! You've always followed my orders!
It wasn't your orders. My younger sister, who was stolen from me by the... When Landon told me the Creator could bring me hope, I was certain. Start over, Dina. You still have so long, so much time.
That's not what I want!
Goodbye, Dina. And I'm sorry, Vivian.
Let's take out these ethereals first. We can't let Camille's efforts go to waste. Don't touch me. Sorry about the night. Lord Bathan.
Are you satisfied now, Vivian?
You were the one who brought yourself to this point.
You're saying this is all my fault? Losing my father, losing Camille. I wish you had never come into my life. At first, when Father brought you home, I was happy. There are so many Exaltists, yet Father never allowed me to get too close with any of them. I never had any friends either. But when Father brought you back, he told me to take good care of you. That you were my first friend. I was also so happy the first time you took my place in helping Father select a person to receive the blessing. Because it meant you were different from all those other people. You could stay with me. But soon, I grew jealous. You took the attention that should have belonged to me. You even took Father's love from me.
It's only because of my ability that Landon...
I know, but... Vivian, jealousy is something you cannot control. Of course, the same goes for fear and hatred. I was terrified that one day you would look at me and shed tears. I knew if that day ever came, Father would not hesitate to force the blessing upon me. And when that day did come, I hated you for causing my father's death.
Tina, you knew everything about what happened back then, so... Why are you still defending Landon? And why didn't you tell me back then? If I had known earlier, maybe I could have found a way.
Because it's the only thing that makes me more special than you, no? It proves I had Father's trust. Vivian, you said you wandered without a home. You were happy to gain recognition from everyone. I don't want to hate. That's just the... Vivian. I will also hate Vivian.
Each one like that. Me.
What happened? What the...
Vivian! Belle, don't come near me. This is my own choice. I will change the fate I saw.
Vivian!
I just want you to remember me when looked my best.
Vivian! Vivian, your body.
I'm sorry you had to see me like this, but I don't want to be the one that only brings misfortune anymore.
No, please. No.
It's so warm, and the night is beautiful.
Vivian?
Huh?
No. It can't end like this.
อะไรอ่ะดูดอีเทอร์เข้าตัวเหรอ
Belle, you're scaring me. Belle.
What happened? I remember Vivian and I...
Hugo and Lycon brought you out of the hollow. You were in a coma. And you said Vivian used the serum on herself? Can you recall?
The situation was dire. So Vivian used the serum on herself and then I can't describe it. But I think I saw something. At the time, all I was thinking about was wanting to remove the crystals from Vivian. I don't even know what I did. But then I passed...
When I led Hugo and Lycon there, it was just... Never mind that for now. But...
Just a bit dizzy.
For tonight, just get some rest. Hugo and Vivian said they'll come...
Okay.
Lord Phaethon! How are you feeling? No, Anyway, Lord Phaethon...
You only became an ethereal to defeat Dina. If it weren't for you, neither of us would have made it out.
So... Bells, but I didn't see anything through Eos. Hugo, like...
Allow me to explain. Miss Vivian told us what happened after she awoke, and the mayor arranged based on the results. Miss Vivian indeed shows mild corruption sequela. But if the crystallization process had already started, the lingering effects should be far more severe. To be precise, if the process had already reached the point of mass... So, the mayor theorizes that it was the etheric energy within Master Proxy's body that affected Vivian's condition and the surrounding etheric particles. Essentially, corruption is a reaction between the etheric particles inside the body and in the surrounding environment.
How come I didn't know I had this ability? How's it even possible for me to influence other people's etheric particles? That makes it sound like I can manipulate etheric energy at will.
Master Proxy, you are... This is a gift your teacher left you.
Our teacher?
I don't know all the details, so I cannot However, Miss Yixuan might be able to answer some of your... She will visit you sometime soon, so please... She has quite...
If she causes trouble...
Master Proxy.
That just makes me more worried.
In any case, the mayor has asked me to give everyone his most sincere... Unfortunately, the mayor could not come personally, but has promised everyone a favor. There is no time limit on...
Unconditional?
If that is what you desire, then the mayor and his subordinates will be first in line to vote for you in the next election. As for the other votes, you'll have... But should you assume office, I hope you take full responsibility. By sheer happenstance, the mayor has provided...
Okay. Epilogue complete.
I did not expect that such a spiritual entity would exist here. It appears this street is a geomantic gem.
A spiritual entity? His name is Howl, and I guess you could say he's a neighbor of mine. Is there something special about him?
No, I was simply a bit surprised. It's rare to find such an intelligent individual of this breed.
Even huskies can be really smart. Howl is proof.
You're right. Yet, being overly intelligent comes at a price. It must stay here for prolonged periods of time, parted from its owner and unable to move about freely. However, it seems quite happy. We've strayed a bit off topic. Since you're back, let's discuss our partnership. Nice job. Good air circulation, excellent layout. Very suitable for a business. Your bamboo here are also very energetic. It seems your fortune is good when it comes to wealth.
Didn't expect you to understand feng shui. Thank you for your blessings. But who exactly are you?
I suppose this is our first official meeting since parting ways in the Hollow. Now that both of you are present, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Yi Xuan, a mystic from Yunquei Summit.
Wait, mystic? Like those people in movies who can tell your fortune and go around blessing people? This is my first time meeting one in real life. But what's Yunquei Summit?
Just an ordinary sect of the mystic arts. Our disciples travel all across New Eridu and sometimes collaborate with authorities. Currently, I'm affiliated with the Hollow Investigative Association. Right now, however, I'm here to discuss a partnership in the name of the Mayflowers.
So, what sort of partnership are we talking about?
I have reviewed the documents provided by the Mayflowers. You previously underwent an implant surgery. After recent adjustments, abnormalities occurred. These abnormalities bear resemblance to the craft practiced by us at Yunquei Summit. If you are willing, I can teach you how to better control your abilities.
To better control my abilities. It sounds great, but there's no such...
That's right. Mayflower will have you join me for some investigations. Looking at my divination result, he's still going over the details, but should have more information for you soon. You can wait until that...
help me. Here's my pop. Look.
I've looked at...
Huh? You barely...
You have good fortune.
I do. Thank...
The store is right up ahead.
Yes, this is... this is the...
Seems it's closed.
Not necessarily.
Huh? Is there someone inside?
เรียบร้อยโอเค2 ชั่วโมงครึ่งสำหรับผมแพทนี้ถือว่าไม่แย่นะแค่ว่าตัวผมเองไม่ค่อยพร้อมไปนิดนึงเพลียไปหน่อยวันนี้แต่ว่าภาพรวมแพทนี้ก็คือสนุกเลยไม่ได้สนุกแบบพีคจัดแต่ก็เคลียร์ปมต่างๆครบแหละแล้วก็เรื่อง sacrifice เคลียร์แล้ว Exal ก็น่าจะไม่มีอะไรแล้วก็คือเหลืออย่างเดียวก็คิดว่าน่าจะยิงยาวไปซีซั่น2ได้เลยนี่จัดดอกไม้เนาะเดี๋ยวค่อยมานั่งจัดโอเคครับมันก็วันนี้เดี๋ยวคงแค่จะประมาณนี้แหละเพราะว่าดึกแล้วด้วยนี่ก็ขอบคุณมากนะครับผ่านไปผ่านมาอาจจะเล่นรีบเล่นไม่ค่อยรู้เรื่องนิดนึงก็ขออภัยด้วยนะครับผมยังไงก็เจอกันนะครับ